Whew. How's everybody doing this evening? Um, so I know I'm not in my usual get up and attire and stuff tonight. I needed to come through and be very um uninhibited today. Um, can you hear me now? Can't hear me? So can y'all hear me now? Can y'all hear me now? Good evening, everyone. Still can't hear me? Okay. The audience is saying yes, you may have to come out and go out and come back in. You may have to go out and come back in. Um, let me see. So, the subject matter that we're going to be talking about tonight, first and foremost, is going to be a very intense subject matter tonight, y'all. Uh, it's just going to be really mainly conversations with friends and everything, and I'm gonna try to hold it together as much as I can. This is a very touchy subject for me, and I'll be right back, and we're gonna get started. I just want to express again, um, this is going to be some um very strong language and everything tonight, and just gonna take my time and go through it. I sent out a little APB to some people to um help me through this. So I'm going to bring them in and we're just gonna have conversation and we're gonna go forth from there. Before we get started, what's up, Lily's in the house? Tasha, the Gemini is in the house. Um, I am Eugene. Hey, baby, ain't seen you in a long time. The one and only Jatari's in the building with us. Zalant's in the house with us. Um, and the one and only the Bam. So we'll just bring everybody in, and we're just gonna go forth from there. And starting off with first with the one and only Lily, um, Lyric, um, Cousin, and Tasha the
Now I'm
Gemini.
frozen. What's going on?
I
Hello.
don't know what's going on.
What's
I
up,
really don't.
everybody?
um,
Hello.
whew.
Hello, hello.
So I'm gonna wait just a second and get everything started. Like today has been a day for me. I have been on the verge of crying so many times today.
Wow.
And this is a subject matter that I knew I was going to face and I knew I wanted to do, but I've been trying to figure out how I'm going to take in handle it. What's up, babe?
Hey, mom.
So,
Hey.
for those that came in, I appreciate y'all coming in and supporting. And I know this is kind of sort of a hard subject matter for anyone to take and deal with, but I felt like it was time for me to um share my story. And I don't want anyone to feel sorry for me. I don't want anyone to have pity for me because it's made me the person that I am today. Um, I don't know where Lyric is. I think his computer. He's trying to get his computer together. Um, but just gonna go ahead and get started. So, how do we begin? Is the question. How do we begin? Hmm, how do we begin? I guess we begin at the beginning. Um, there's no easy way of saying it and admitting it and going forth into it. So I'm just gonna start like this. So, um, when I first came out and I was doing my thing, um, the very first night I ever went out to the club, I was in a club having a good time, and it's the very first time that I seen anyone that was drag queen slash transgender person. So the very first time of meeting a person, I always had seen them, and I'm finna show my age now, child. Mari Povich, Ricky Lake, all those people. They had the different girls on there, and um, one of the shows they had Ebony Sinclair in there, and Ebony Sinclair is actually from Pensacola. So I met her, and I thought she was just one of the most beautifulest, talentedest people that I have ever met in my whole life. Um, So I went and I talked to her. I went and I seen the show and everything. And at the time, the name of the club was called the Red Garter. Well, this new club was coming out, and in the new club, um, there was the name of the new club was called Emerald City here. So I'd never been to Emerald City, and I'm always weird about riding in a car with other people. So I went out with my friend this one particular night. And mind y'all, this is my first time really going out, really. Like I drove past the clubs and stuff at night, but I never ventured in or went into the clubs because I was scared to. Um, Especially this particular club. I snuck into, well, I won't say snuck into, but I snuck into because the club was getting ready to close one night to the Red Garter. But late at night, it's only like the last of the little peoples or whatever doing their thing up in there, so it was no big whoop. You know what I'm saying? So I went into Emerald City, and I'm in Emerald City, and um, dancing and having a good time. But let me back it up because I gotta say it how it happened. So my friend asked me, he was like, I'll take and I'll pick you up. We'll take and we'll ride in my car, and I'll come back and I'll pick you up. You know what I'm saying? We were supposed to go to the club together. So in the midst of us going to the club together, I'm like, I don't feel comfortable, and I should have followed my first mind. So I don't feel comfortable leaving my car here. I like to be with my car. So me getting having my own money and me having my own, trying to find out who I was as a person. I was like, okay, cool. My friend ain't gonna take and do me dirty or whatever like that. So I get into his car and I go to the club with him. Now, it to put you in retrospect, um, Tasha, from like where I was saying when I come to visit y'all to maybe where the little shopping plaza is that's over on the side.
Mm.
it was like that far. So it was like maybe like 10 to 15 blocks. So if I was walking, I would say retrospect, if I was walking, probably maybe 35 minutes to 45 minutes of a walk. But I was like,
Okay.
okay, I'm cool. I trust him because we done been out a couple places together. He done picked me up and this, that, and the third. We cool. But this particular night, my inner voice kept saying to me, "Drive your car, drive your car, drive your car." It's like everything cool, and I'm cool, calm, collect, or whatever like that. And sorry, y'all, I'm fidgeting, but this is just
It's okay, boo.
so. We get into um, we get to the club, right? Um, and um,
Can I
I've
ask,
never,
is pre-transition?
yeah, it was right when I was figuring out who I really was or whatever. So I was really a boy in a dress at that time, and I didn't even have a dress on. I
Okay.
just had on actually funny, snatched one of my mom's outfit out of her little pantsuit that she had. Slid on down there, had a nappy wig on, and had foundations. I know like 20 shades probably lighter than I am, or darker. I can't even remember. But slid down there, and I'm in the car, and took and did my face and stuff in the car. So I know it was horrible. I ain't even gonna sit up here in front because we all go through the mud duck phase. But anyway, so I get into the club and we having a good time, and I've never been a drinker. And I think a lot of me never being a drinker stems from this. Sitting at the club, and when you call yourself being a hot tamale or whatever like that, it is what it is. So I'm sitting and um enjoying my friend, and he getting out, he having this, doing his little thing on the dance floor, doing his little 1 2 step or whatever, and me trying to be all, I won't say uppity and bougie, but when you the new piece of fish on the market, everybody in your face. So I'm like, I got a selection of this and I got a selection of, I ain't got to rush to go do anything or whatever like that. So this older dude came up to me, and um when he came up to me or whatever, I thought everything was cool. And it's so crazy. I can smell me talking about it. I can smell the alcohol on his breath.
Mm.
Um, he walked up to me, and me being really without having my father around me craving or trying to figure out, I won't say craving, but me trying to figure out, am I, what's really going on with me? So I'm sitting and um, having a conversation with him and everything like that. My friend walks up to me and goes, um, I'll be right back. I'm gonna run to Steven's house and I'll be right back. And I said to him, I said, don't leave me. I said, nah, I got you. I'm not gonna, I'm not gonna leave you. So I said, okay, cool. Um, I'm in the club, mind you, again, it's really my first time going out. Then I'm there alone. So I sent him a text message after I got there, and I'm not at this time. You using the other phone, so you doing the beep 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 to get to the letters that you're going to. So I'm not really that. I wasn't really that strong with it. And for those that know me, I'm a little dyslexic. So I'm trying to take and do it. It's irritating me so much. I'm trying to call him. I should call him like 3 4 times. He's not answering the phone. So unbeknownst to me, he gets to. the friend's house, and they smoke get high. So he like sitting there and relaxing or whatever like that. And meanwhile, I'm sitting at the club waiting for him to come back. So I had a curfew. I needed to get home. So I'm saying to him, I'm like, so, I finally got him on the phone and I could tell something was different by the way he was taking and talking to me. So it's like, well, how long you gonna be where you at or whatever the case may be? I've got to get to my car. I got to get back home. So he was like, I'm on my way. I'm on my way. So I'm on my way turned to another hour. So the dude that's been hitting on me the whole night, talking about, you good, baby girl, this, that, and the third. And I'm like, I'm cool. And, he was like, well, let me buy you something to drink. I said, I'm not a drinker. I'm underage. Oh, that's okay. I can get something. And said, no, if you're going to buy me anything, buy me a Coke. So I went to the bar with him to make sure it was nothing but a Coke that he bought for me. So he bought me a Coke and I'm drinking it. And at this time, what I'm saying, I had let my guard look down a little bit more. And I'm like, maybe I'm thinking too much into this. But during this time frame, something keeps saying to me, call your friend, call your friend. And I'm like, I didn't want to feel like I was being a bugaboo. So I stepped to the bathroom and I call him again. I'm on the way. I'm on the way. I'm right around the corner. Right around the corner. I'm on the way. I said, okay, so I'm gonna go outside and I'm gonna meet you. All right, I'll be there in a second. I'll be there in a second. So go outside, and the guy walks outside behind me. And mind y'all, I haven't always been this weight size or anything like that. Um, I walk outside with him. So well, I didn't walk outside with him. He walked outside with me. However you want to take and state it. I called DJ again. I said, well, where are you? I didn't mean to say his name, but I called him again. I said, so where are you at? I'm right around the corner. I'll be there in a second. I got impatient. He was like, I'll run you to your car. And I said, okay, cool. Thinking a person's being a person of, what I'm saying, just being who they are. I'm like, okay, cool. So we get in the car. When I get in the car, thinking back, I didn't look at the other obvious stuff that was going on in the car. I get in the car and I was like, I'm parked over here where the other club is or whatever. And I'm thinking that it's where he's going. So we get in the car, he crank the car up. He heads off in the opposite direction. So I said, my car is back in the other direction. I said, what's up? My car's in the other direction. Oh, no, no, everything's cool. Come collect. I got you. I got you. I just need to run right here, right quick. And I said, but my car is right around the corner.
Wow.
So as I'm in the car, I done got in, I done buckled up, and I look to the door. There was no way to get out of the door. So I said to him, I said, where are you taking me? Sorry. Um, we started off where, if anyone knows Pensacola, it's called Gulf Beach Highway. We headed off there. I said, please, can you just please take me home? Forget my car. I'll get my car whenever. I said, can you just please take me home? He was like, I'll take you home. Me thinking and being naive again. He starts off towards my house. But before they came through and did everything that they done on our road system and stuff like that, he takes me down 2 roads before us to my house. He parks his car in the middle of nowhere, basically. There's this turn off there. So I sit and I looked at him And he looked at me and I said to him, I said, I said, it's two roads down. You turned in the wrong road. And this is when it really came apparent to me, like me taking and looking at the door and paying attention to the door. There was no physical way of me getting out of there. Um, so I said to him then, I said, if you just let me out, I said, I don't mind walking home. I said, don't have a problem with it. I said, it's just two roads over. And at this time, I'm shaking. I didn't know what was going to happen to me or what. Parks the car, turns the car off, pulls the key out of the ignition. And at this time, I'm strapped in the car seat. I get out of the car seat, and that's when I pulled on the door again to try to get out of there. Because most auto cars, when you pull the door open, they'll take in there open. Didn't open. So I'm sitting and I'm thinking to myself, I say, what do I do? So he sat there and he got me by the back of the neck. And when he grabbed me by the back of the neck, he started kissing me. I said, stop, please. So he didn't stop. So I'm sitting here thinking, 18 years old, no sexual experience, no nothing, to basically let him have his way and maybe you'll make it out alive. Because I had seen, heard different things about people. So I go into panic mode and then I go into survival shock mode. I said, what do I do? So I sit there and he pulls shirts and tops off. Basically got me naked to the point that he could do what he wanted to do. And even now, sitting and think about it, I can smell his neck, his breath and stuff on my neck. I can smell everything. I'm in the car, and mind y'all, I took a shower that day, but people that know about, I didn't do anything extra because I was dumb. I didn't know how to do anything extra. So the car, just that aroma mixed with sex in the car and his breath. So I'm in the car and I just go into really to shock mode. And he flipped me over in the seat and he did what he had to do. When it was all said and done, he let me out of the car. After so many times of me saying to him, no, I don't want this. Please stop. Just let me out. No, please stop. Um, so in the process of doing all of this, I don't know when it started and when it stopped. All I know is that I gotta get out of here. My mama's looking for me. I've got to get out of here. How do you get out of here? So I started to pretend like I enjoyed what he was doing, which I guess pissed him off, made him madder, or whatever like that, because then I got choked. So I stopped that and I'm laying there, stomach face down, front seat of a car, trying to figure out what to do next. So after a while of me just laying there and not doing anything, I'm assuming that he was like, whatever. So he let me up. When he let me up, filth, blood, and all, I pulled my clothes up and I got out of the car and I ran as fast as I could into the little woods that was there. Sat there for a second. When he pulled off, I went home. Didn't tell my mom what happened. She didn't ask me about my car. I didn't say anything to her. I got home and got in the shower. I got the water hot as I could. I got bleach. I got Comet and ammonia and tried to scrub every bit of filth off of me. And it didn't work. I did that for a solid 6 weeks straight, trying to get whew, I didn't think it was gonna be this hard. Sorry. Trying to get the smell and the odor off of me. So after that, um, the next day my friend called me and I asked him, I said, can you please just come and get me so I can go in and pick up my car? So when I got him in a car and I got to my car, I just looked at him. He said, well, what happened to you? Where did you go to? I was right around the corner. I said, you was right around the corner 3 hours prior to. And I never really shared to him what happened. I just told him, I said, I trusted you, but I would never trust anyone else again. That's why when I go places, I've got to feel like that I have options to get to where I got to go to. I don't trust anyone's force going somewhere. When I'm going somewhere, I drive. My very first experience with any type of gay sex was rape. So for those out there that want to take and say, you know, what they want to say that we're pushing an agenda, you have a whole grown man. A whole grown man pushed himself on me. Not only did you push yourself on me, at that present point in time, you could have gave me something that I could never get rid of. I sat there for months. I sat there for years. I sat there up until 10 years ago, wearing the shame, thinking that it was me. It was my fault. Depression. I've tried to commit suicide numerous times. The very last time was 7 years ago. And the only thing that saved me then was I opened up my eyes in time enough to stop from going off a cliff. So when I say to people that you can't judge a book by its cover, and I said to Lyric, that is beautiful Scar song means so much to me. I need a break. I'll be right back.
It's okay, Jazz.
Getting myself under control. Sorry, y'all. Just lost it there for a second. But when I say to Lyric that song he did, it might have been written for someone else, but it has so much meanings to me because through it all, my scars is what I've learned to try to take into paint with. I don't want pity from anyone. I'm not asking for pity from anyone. It's a part of who made me who I am. It's a hard thing to sit here week after week after week and to bear who you are to people, to be judged and criticized by people, and people don't understand where you come from. But my loves, you don't understand. This weekend was a shift and change in me. I'm not wearing those scars anymore. Those scars are done with. Depression for me is done with. I choose for myself to not only love myself more sincerely, but I choose for myself to surround myself by people who love me for me. I choose for myself to come onto my platform to bear who I am for the world to see. Again, I'm not asking for your pity. I'm not even asking you to be here. I This is something that I needed to do for the ones of us that still walk around with the shame and feel like it was our fault. For the ones of us that feel like that no one or nothing is worth you living for. I'm here to tell whoever it is that needs to hear it, you're worth fighting for and living for. Fight for yourself. Nobody else is going to fight a battle for you better than you can fight for yourself. It is so hard when I sit and I listen to different people, and we in the black gay community, we tear each other down so much. We hardly ever want to compliment each other. We feel like if we compliment one another, we're taking some kind of something from ourselves and don't realize that that one little word that you can say, and I got on a rant about it the other night, and I'm sorry, but I'm going there again. Your word, I needed one person to validate me. Not even validate me, but to say my feelings were validated. I needed one person to say to me, hey, but you know where I found that one person that did that for me? I found it in a song. The name of the song is I Will by Paris Bennett. I sat and I listened to that song, and it talks about being broken, basically broken down to nothing, and to rebuild yourself back up. And the only person you can look inside of, and Lyric touched it when we were talking this weekend, is inner self. So when I'm sitting and trying to elate to people where I'm coming from. And I may not always use the right words. It is what it is. I may not always use the right context when I should be using what the context it is, but it is what it is. I had to look inside of self and know self is good enough to love self. I have been on I've been on non-sex for a long time prior to me going to Vegas, which is basically saying that I'm still on it because ain't nothing really happened for 7 years.
Mhm.
7 years is completion. Every 7 years, you migrate or turn into something different. Not every 10, every seven. It's just like the skin that you were in 28 days ago, you're no longer in that same skin because you've shed that skin off. It takes 28 days for you to shed skin. I'm at a place in my life that sometimes I feel like I'm damned if I do and I'm damned if I don't. But I'm in a place in my life that I'm happy with me. I'm at a place in my life that I expect, I ain't asking for it. I expect, I demand for if you're coming into my circle, you're going to be there with me. You're going to love and respect me because I'm going to do the same for you. If one thing that this rape situation has taught me, and I guess that's why I get so heated when I hear people like um, diapers and the bootsy and all them different folks saying the stupid stuff that they're saying, especially when I hear Bambi sent me something about these people talking about that we're pushing the gay agenda. I didn't push nothing sexual on that person that night. I was simply trying to get to my car. And me being young, dumb, and naive, thinking somebody would actually do what they said, taking a person's word. And we're so over sexualized by being trans women, people automatically assume the only thing that we have left to offer to people is sex. There's more to us. I have a real 9 to 5, I have a real home. It may not be as elaborate as everybody else's, but it's coming. I have a whole complex coming and a whole studio coming. Wise person told me get joy for what I already know is coming to me. So it's coming to me. Now whether you are around to see it, that's a different case. But I'm already a private person, so I'm not going to show you everything anyway. But it's coming. And the one thing I can say about the collection of people here, and even the ones that are in the comments, even the ones that have reached out to me, Jennifer Holiday said it best: you are loved. It's not when I really need you, it's those times that I don't let you know that I need you. It's not when I'm out and about and I'm riding on top of the horse or I'm riding on top of the hog, I'm riding in the airplane that I need you. I need you at those nights when I'm laying there worried and or crying, trying to figure out what's next. It's those times that people don't understand that when you can get up in the morning time and you can simply text the person. You ain't got to call people now. You can text them. You can simply text the person and say, hey, thinking about you. Grand Rising. You don't have that number? Social media is all the way around of us. There's so many people now that send you a good morning meme versus actually texting you, but where that's sent out to millions of people. Where's that one personal individualized? I challenge anyone that's listening to me this. If you really truly say that you care about people, you care about your circle of people, I challenge you instead of taking a put it on social media, put it on their social phone, thinking about you. Hey, Grand Rising, how was your day? You didn't even got to have a whole conversation. You just say, hi, how was your day? And keep the hell on moving.
People are too busy to do that nowadays. But people also
But
make time for what they want to.
I'm appreciative that y'all came on because I'm not going to run this into the ground. I appreciate that y'all came on. I appreciate the ones that came into the audience to be a part of it. Um, I'm gonna actually open it up just to have dialect for anyone that wants to talk about whatever. It doesn't have. It can be on subject. It doesn't have to be on subject. But I'm gonna open it up and I start back boohoo crying, child. Just know that it's not and all. It's from a place of love.
I just commend you. I commend you, Queen, for stepping out and having that courage to, open up this part of your life. And there's going to be so many dots that's going to connect to certain things now that you've opened up and you put it out there. and it's going to make way for a lot of healing for your life. So I just commend you because that took a lot of courage for you to face that area of your life from which you've, tried to push away for so long because it was so painful for you to bear. But I would just say, like, the fact that you got up here and you did what you did, that displays your strength. Um, and the universe will respond to that. So I just want to commend you and let you know that I love you, and I'm proud of you. And I'm thankful for you because this is a blessing not only for you, but it's going to encourage a lot of people that are watching to, go within those pains and unlock those chains, because in the very things that hurt us the most, that actually holds the key to the chain, the locks to break the chains. And I'm just proud of you. I love you so much.
I love you too, babe.
I wanted to say, I wasn't aware that this topic was directly had a direct effect um, with you when you asked me to come on. I just thought this was another topic that we were just going to discuss about. I didn't know that it was your truth, your personal testimony. I'm glad you did open up. Um, I'm glad you made it through the story to let us know, because that also lets us know why certain things take place. Like, just within the time that I've known you, I know that you have a goofy side. You have, this side that, you're mothering and nurturing and this and that. But you also have a wall up. So that kind of explains why sometimes you're guarded with certain things. So that kind of explained that, um, just opening up a different side, you let us in, you let your wall down to let, your cyber family in, basically, because you didn't have to. We would have never known. Well, I would have never known. I didn't know. Um, I'm not sure if anyone else did, but I didn't know. So that just kind of, that's why I kept getting off. Well, when I was eating when I first came on, but then I kept getting off camera because I started crying because I didn't know that was your testimony. Um,
There's
so
many facets to me. Legacy said it the best. There's just, I'm like an onion.
pieces of me
When
on it, okay?
pieces of me, when you look at my face, you people do not realize the struggle that we all go through. And that was the
As
purpose of me really
LGBT,
doing this. People don't understand there's different struggles that we all go through. Some of us face addictions. Some of us
black
face
women, LGBT, like there's so many layers to everyone. You don't know what someone's been through. You don't know what they're going through currently. You don't know what they face to get to where they are, even just to get out of bed every morning.
right.
So, mm. But we love you. We're
Something you
glad
said was
that
very
you
powerful.
Thank you. I love you too.
I'm sorry to interrupt. I
go
apologize.
ahead.
Go
But you
Go
ahead.
said
ahead.
something so powerful. Like, you opening up, Jazz, it made the people that care about you the most understand you. And like those types of things, it connects the dots, and it gives us those aha moments. Oh, that's where that comes from. So now, those people around you can actually handle you with care in certain areas and with understanding and knowing your story. But that is so true, Faith. I had to grab that gem real quick. But that is
I'm
very true.
not
Yeah,
that
because I'm like
guarded.
I'm like that as well. When I go somewhere,
Yeah.
I like to drive my car. So,
Yeah.
if Jasmine
Mhm.
came down here and be like, "Oh, bitch, I'ma drive," girl, we going to the same place. Like I'm like
Right,
that as well. So
right.
I understand. I
Yeah,
understand. And
yeah.
I don't like
Mhm.
really, unless I'm just cool with you, or even if I am cool with you, bitch, I still like to drive my own shit. Because when I'm ready to
Yeah,
go, I'm ready to go.
yeah.
So, I don't want to take away from everybody else having fun.
Yeah,
If something rubbed me the wrong way, okay, I'll
yeah,
talk to y'all later. Call me when y'all get home, or call me when y'all leave the club, or whatever, wherever we're at. If I'm ready to go, I'm ready to leave because I don't want to
yeah.
darken the mood, or I don't want to be the person that's, excuse me, taking the shine away from everybody having fun or anything. Y'all having a good time,
Right.
okay, cool. If I'm not feeling it, it's time to go.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
when you said that, that related to me because I'm the same way. I'd rather drive my own shit. So even if we going, it could be five of us, and we all taking five cars.
It is what it is.
So,
Very true.
um, yeah,
Wow.
Yeah. I want to
but
add, um, Jasmine, I'm proud of you. Just from our talk this weekend, very, very proud of you because just like Lyric said, it took a lot of courage for you to do this. And as you went through, I held back so many tears because I wanted to smile at this because it was a very big moment for you. And tomorrow you're gonna feel so empowered. You're gonna feel so powerful. You're gonna feel so relieved. But to everyone here in the comments and on the live stream on Breaker, Spotify, this is why it's very important. Even if you don't know someone, treat people with all due respect because we don't know where someone is mentally. If they're on the brink of suicide, if they're on the brink of depression, they're on the brink of anything. That one thing that you do for them that is negative will take them over the edge. We didn't know where you were mentally with all of this. We didn't know because prior to meeting you, you have been like you've been this mother figure for me. Because by me not having my mother, I look to you for advice. I look to you for things, and I come on your show and I enjoy myself and I take in your gems. But knowing the other side of you, this makes my relationship with you more personal. So I am going to literally, from this moment moving forward, I'm going to take what I see for people. I'm going to take comfort in treating them with all due respect because I don't know what people are going through. And I think that if people are cognizant of how others feel and what they go through throughout their life, I think that self-respect will project. So I'm very proud of you, very, very
Thank
proud of
you.
you. Thank you for
that's why
having
you
the
need to
courage to
check
stand
on
up and be
your.
bold.
That's why
Thank
you need
you.
to check on your strong friends. Um,
Yes.
People that your friends that are more dominant or more aggressive, or however you want to word it. You think that even myself, you think that we all have it together. Anybody, we can all put on a smile and put on a face when we're out in public, but you never know what we're going through. We're the ones that
Amen.
when something goes wrong, we're the ones to come and pick up the pieces. We're the ones to come and back it up or uplift everyone else. And we don't necessarily take time for ourselves. And if we do, it's just minor things. We might go buy ourselves, I don't know, it could be something as small as you want to buy something to eat or going to buy a pair of shoes or something. Like we take small stuff, but we give big things to everyone else. But we don't necessarily take time
You
for ourselves.
you know when you said that, Bambi, it brought me back to this weekend when I was just sitting in a restaurant, and the way we was sitting in a restaurant, with Tasha, Lyric, my brother, Savon, all of us, we were sitting there, and like I was able to just take and just feel, slap, laugh, lay on, and just be selfish. I could just be selfish with Lyric. I could just pull on him as much as I wanted to pull on him. And it was just every time I done seen him, it's just been the genuine love. It's just like it's like not even I can't I can put it into words, but I don't want to come off being putting into words the wrong way. But I'm putting into words like this.
It's
It's
good having
truly
friends that
like
don't ask
that.
you for shit.
It's not even that. But it was just good, just the spiritual bond. Not only the spiritual bond, but it was just good just to lay on love, if that makes sense.
Right.
And that, I mean,
They
that was
don't
even
ask
like
of nothing
even
from you.
that was even like with Tasha. That's I mean like that was like all of them with all of them. And Savon, both of us stallions, baby. So to have a girl that's in my corner that's the same height, and to be able to walk up and get genuine sister love,
Love. Yeah.
not sexual energy, not any of that, just love.
And not that fake
And
love,
I really
not
wish,
that fakeness or that
right.
oh,
And my wish and my prayer
not that
for every
jazz spirit.
person, right. My wish and my feeling, my wish and my prayer for every person is they have people that they actually connect to that has genuine love for them. And it just like I wanted to be so selfish. I really wanted to go and kidnap Lyric and just be so selfish. Just have one day to him to myself just to take and just I love his mind and just to take and just sit there and just to pick and 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 just that nourishment that's there. And it's just I guess that's why we get on the phone. We get on the phone, we talk 2, 3 hours at a time. We really don't we don't and it start off as nothing. Just hey mama, how you doing? What's up, baby? What's going on? And then we just it just starts from there. And that's even like I get on the phone, I can call any of y'all. And it's hard for all of us to get off the phone with each other because we sit on there, we kiki, ha ha, and laugh. And by the time we don't kiki, ha ha, laugh, child, we don't went to church. We don't gave our souls what we needed. And it's a blessing to have genuine people that surrounds themselves with you. And
And I'm sorry I had to add to this,
go ahead.
Mama, because that's why it's so important for everybody to just be true to yourself. Because when you're true to yourself, you're honest with who you are, you know who you are, you gravitate your tribe to you. People that understand your emotions, they understand your feelings. And a lot of times we look at the people around us and be like, these people don't get me. That's honestly because you never got yourself, and this is what you attracted. So what you're outwardly seeing is those inward manifestations of the confusion on the inside of you. So when you unlock those things and you do things like this and you open up to that pain and you heal those issues and you start being true to yourself, no matter what it is, like Bambi said, I drive my car. This is what I need to do. Instead of hopping in somebody else's car, that don't feel comfortable to me. I'm about to be true to myself. It'll weed those people out of your life that does not need to be there. Whether they're uncomfortable, whether it irritates what's going on in their head, they'll either fall off or you'll make a decision to kind of move yourself away. But people that see that true essence on the inside of you, they'll just gravitate your way. And when I see you, I see nothing but true, genuine love. And you complement my peace. So I
And you
can
have
have
friends. Go
go
ahead.
ahead, Faith. You can go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say, and you always have people in your corner for different reasons. You have
Mhm.
friends in your circle for different reasons. You had a turn up friend you go to the club with. You have, you know, for your everyday friend.
Well, see,
You know,
that's
hey,
Yep.
not
bitch, let's
that.
go get
I,
something to eat.
that's not necessarily true because everybody that I don't hang
Some of them
with,
can be, you know, all the way
but I'm just
around.
saying that everyone that I don't ran with, especially during this journey of Covenisha, we all more laid back. Would rather stay at home and somebody cook, and we just sit there and eat and act crazy. We're not really into the whole club thing. Now,
Mhm.
my seasoned
Every now and
sister,
then
she
you
every
gotta
now
go
and
get
then
your
she
little one
wanna,
too.
she wanna do her 1 2 step, and I compliment her, go out there and do a 1 2 step. But you know,
But
I
yeah,
just
you get true people, just people that get your
Yeah.
vibe. They get your vibe, they get your chill, they get your energy. It's just like you make me feel comfortable. Like it's like I don't have to be nothing but me around you. And I'm
Yes.
free to just give you me, you're free to give me you. That's because we complement each other's piece. Whether it is that turn up friend that you need, in the times of, you just need that in that moment. If that's the case, that's what you get from that individual. But I agree with both of you. Both of you are factual. Like it's like whatever works for you in your human experience, it works for you.
I think I'm that all around friend, whether you need somebody to talk to, because I have a lot of friends or just people in general. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the Virgo spirit or what, but people will
Mhm.
come up to me and tell me their life story. And if sometimes people just need somebody to listen.
he just knows as hell.
No, people will come up to me, even if I'm at work. People will. I'm checking them in. Hey, how you doing? And some people just want somebody to listen to vent real quick, or they going through, oh my child, da 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 da, or my baby daddy, da 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 da. Like they'll tell me their life story without me having to. All I say, "How you doing?" and they'll just go into a full story. And it's just sometimes people just want somebody to listen to them,
Right.
and without judgment,
Right.
without
Absolutely. I agree with you.
without those looks or oh damn. I mean, now depending on what you tell me, I still may react a certain way, but it's still like I'm not judging you. It's just like, oh, you caught me off guard with it. But
Gotcha.
it's very much so. Um, you know, I can be like I said, I can be that friend just to listen or talk to, give you advice if I know or have dealt with what you're talking about. I can be that friend to go out to the club, bitch. Let's go get a drink. I'm out for it. What we drinking? I can be the friend. You just need somebody to come chill with, just to get you out the house. If you having a bad day, bitch, I have a friend. If he called me because he had a bad day, or I could be thinking about him and he's going through something. He just on my mind. He'll pop up in my head. I can call him and just start talking shit, and he'll be on the phone cracking up. He like, bitch, I've been having a rough day. I wasn't even in the mood to laugh, and you just got me over here crying
Right. Silent.
because he
What's
laughing so
going
hard.
on? Silent. What's going on?
Oh, I'm like this. I'm so proud of you. I'm so proud of you. But it was very triggering because it reminded me of an experience I had at the club that I block away every night. That's why certain comments about my body, like being, I know when you be commenting,
I'm sorry.
this is no, it's not your fault. It's not you. It's not you at all. It's me working through things. But I was in the club. I don't want to dwell on the story because I don't got
Gotcha.
time for it. But I was in the club dancing,
Please don't
having
make me
the
cry.
time of my life, child, living my life, girl, having the time of my life. Thank God it didn't go any further than it went. But I was in the club. I was dancing. I was doing a I was just doing a dance. Um, uh, you know how people walk the walls
Mm-hmm.
when he was working. So I was walking the wall on the floor, girl. So I was having a good old time. It was a good old twerk song. So
Oh,
I'm
Nancy
minding my
was.
business, getting my life. Then somehow this man just comes up behind me, right? So I'm having the time of my life. Just comes behind me, just literally just lays on me
Uh,
in the middle of the club. Okay, so not only that, right? So I'm here minding my business. Whole bunch of people watching. Um, I don't know if they couldn't tell because it was so dark that I wasn't here for it, but I literally froze. I fell to the floor, um, and I was scared as fuck. I didn't know what was going to happen. Um, like there was security and stuff like that. There was a whole bunch of people walking. I tried to get upset because it's getting my nerves. Um, but there's a whole bunch of people watching me, just sitting there, not moving, not saying nothing. So I was there on the floor. It was probably about like a minute or 30 seconds. And I felt like it was like 12 years
I understand
while I
that.
was on that floor, just sitting there waiting for somebody to help me.
Mm.
And that's why
oh, it's okay.
I hate fucking crying about shit. But I need to get out. But thankfully, somebody got up and got him off of me. And like I always do, because this is what I grew up doing, because the best thing I know how to do is compartmentalize shit. So my friend comes over, worrying about me. First thing is click. I'm the click friend. You can call me for everything. Dump all of what you need to do on. I don't like people because I'm very private. I don't like people knowing that I'm in pain until I fix it. So um, when you were telling your story about not being able to get out, that triggered the fuck out of me. because I felt like I couldn't get out.
I understand, my love.
It's okay, darling.
And I'm just so happy that I went further than that.
Were you
But
at the club by yourself?
mm-mm. I was with my friends. I was with my friends. And I don't know what was going on in the club. I don't know how they didn't see it. I don't know if it was the lighting. I don't know what it was.
Did they
Because
think that you were just that you were dancing and
I don't know
it,
what it was. I To this day I don't know what it was. Because again,
Can
I buried it. I
can I say
like
something to you?
mm,
I want to say this to you. It wasn't your fault. Stop blaming yourself, cause that's what I had to learn. It took me damn near 20 years later to figure that out. It's not our fault. You have nothing to be ashamed of. Crying. Heal before it takes you long as it took me to heal. If you have to be upset and mad, be upset and mad. If you need to write it to get it out of your system, write it
sometimes
down
you
and
have to
burn
let it
it,
out, cry.
but heal from it. Don't let it consume you. And I know it's so many other things that's there. Chip away at it a little bit at a time. Don't feel like you gotta rush. You go at your own speed, but heal from it. Cause if not, baby, young and bitter turns into old and bitter. You don't want to be old and bitter. You don't even want to be young and bitter. You want to
Mean and
work through it.
surly.
Because wise person told me until you learn to heal from it and figure it out, the younger you that it happened to is gonna be standing there waiting for you to help fix them to get to where you are now. So 18-year-old me is happy with me now. 18-year-old me can take and move forth and congratulate what I've done now. 18-year-old me can not only teach but help me to lose the weight that I need to lose because I want to do it. But I was holding on to it because I didn't want to be a size that someone wanted me to be. To prey on me. I'm just going to be real with you. Smaller me, it's easier to prey on you when you're smaller than you, when a person is bigger than you. Walk through it. If you need me, you already know what all you have to do is call me. Even if you just want to sit on there and just scream, yell, and cuss, fuss, and fight, I'll do it all along with you. It ain't nothing. I don't mind getting a good old cussing in. Cussing feel good to me. Cussing is like the whole big old damn what you call it, old nasty ass fudge cake with some old chocolate ice cream and cussing is good to me. It made me feel
Sometimes you
good.
just need somebody to vent to and cry to. Just sit on the phone and cry.
But baby, please, if you don't never talk to me ever again, if you don't never hear anything else I say, baby, heal from it. You do not want it to take and consume you. And pretty soon, those walls that we thought we done built up, every one of those walls eventually
They
come
will
down.
come. Yes, ma'am.
And when they come down, that other side of you that you've been holding back on you, you're gonna unleash so much of that anger that you have, that fear that you have, that uncomfortableness that you have, and that success that you're waiting for. You gotta release it in order to get to that success. So, baby, be upset as mad as you want to. True saying is, weeping may endure for a night, but joy comes in the morning. That's the truest thing I ever heard, but nobody ever said how long that weeping is. Your night could end tonight. Your joy can come in the morning, but nobody tell you because it took me damn near 20 years to know when my night ended. But eventually your joy has got to come if you let it. Please heal from it. And it's okay to be upset and mad. It's okay to cry. Crying
Yeah.
release a whole bunch of shit that you didn't think you needed to release. Cry, get it out your system. You're gonna feel
Let me
so
turn
much
on you an
better.
old nasty gospel song, honey. Get you a little Leandria girl, a little Fantasia
Babe,
girl.
I'm gonna tell you like this. You ain't even got to do that. You know a song that gets me into a good place, a space that I can take a good meal, good old nasty cry in. Cassandra Williams redid time after time. It's a very laid back jazz song, but when you
Oh,
hear
baby.
when you hear that song,
I
I
love the
guarantee
song.
you it's gonna put you in a place. Not only are you gonna melt because the song, and just put it on repeat a little bit
Oh
and
yeah,
just
when you find
listen
that
to the
song, you gotta
words. So
listen
when
to
you
it on
just take and
repeat.
you listen to that song and you get into that you get into the words of that song. Another one that took me through. I will um by Paris Bennett. It's a 2.5 minute long song, but it'll take you to a place. And then when you get all said and done and you get all those songs listened to and you get that emotion now, put on Tony Braxton, let it go. I mean, let it flow. Just let it go.
Mm.
Not Tony.
Yes, Tony. I have to say
Braxton.
this because
I
you
love
all.
that song.
I have to go, but I do want to say, Zylan, I am extremely proud of you, because you began the next level to your process. Now there's going to be certain things in your mind that open up from the things around you, from you releasing that story and opening up from that. It's going to cause a different level of healing for you. Jasmine, this is a perfect example of why we have to step up into who we are, because it can cause a ripple effect to your children. We're like your children, and you really inspired Zylan to really open up. I love you all.
Love you too,
You all are
baby.
my family. I appreciate every last one of you all. Um, I send y'all just peace, love, and light, man. I send y'all a bunch of joy, healing, and I pray just blessings over every last one of your lives. And I appreciate every one of you. Jazmine, I enjoyed you when you were here, and I will be making a trip to where you are so I can dwell in your world. And I love y'all. I just love y'all so much.
Love you
Love you
And
too,
too.
baby.
I have to go. But bye,
Bye.
everybody in the
I love
comments.
you.
Have a good night.
Love
You too.
you.
Love you.
You be safe or whatever you finna go do. I don't know what you finna go
Oh,
do.
Okay.
nothing bad, baby. This is hey, I'm
Be
doing some more
safe.
healing work.
Be safe. But if it's telling you not to do, don't
Okay.
do.
Mm-hmm.
Much
Okay.
love.
Lily,
Bye.
we finna get ready to get
It's
out of here.
gone.
Lily, any final thoughts, my Lily?
Oh, thank you for
Love you too, my
sharing.
Coco D. Go ahead, baby. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna lie, this was very triggering for me because I do have my own story too, but it
What she
definitely,
say?
I have to do my own healing work, and I don't know. I'm sorry. I thank you so much. Like I am very triggered. I'm not gonna lie, but thank you so much for sharing that because I don't feel so alone anymore. For to you and Zyla, I don't feel alone.
You are not alone.
I
I am
can't.
here with you.
Yeah, I can't.
Though you're far away, I am here to stay. You are not alone. Oh,
Oh,
okay.
shut up.
Sorry.
Girl.
Whisper 3 words and I'll come running like.
No, but I wanted to say to Zion, I've kind of been through not that situation, but in the club, when you got a little cake back there, it's always somebody in the club. Like every time I've gone to the club, or every other time I've gone to the club, somebody is like grabbing your ass or trying to get a feel. Like it's gonna happen, but you just have to be aware of your surroundings, especially with you being, a shorter guy. Like you
Let's
just
say short,
have to be
bro.
aware. I mean, you have to really be
Jocelyn,
aware
he
of your
ain't short.
surroundings.
Word.
I mean, whatever.
I
But
have one.
and also you have to be aware of your friends as well. Like, girl, if we came together, we leaving together. Ain't no oh, I'm going down the street. Nah, bitch, we going down the street.
No,
Unless
that's
you
how we.
leaving,
No, that's how we are though. That's why
yeah.
it was so weird
If
that that
if
happened.
I'm going to the bar, we going to the bar.
Right.
Like, unless it's a group of friends, like I've never, unless if it's two of us, we going wherever throughout the club. We ain't breaking up. We ain't none of that. Now, if it's a group of us and I dip off because I've never really been, I guess, afraid to go anywhere by myself because I'm so tall and big. But if it's someone with me, then I feel like we watching each other. Now, if it's a group of us, okay, well, y'all can sit here and I'll just be back. I'll go get some drinks or whatever the case may be. But if it's two of us at the club, nah, bitch, where you going? Oh, okay, well, let's go. We're not doing none of that. Because if some break out and you by yourself, we're not doing that. The girls like to jump. I ain't got time. It don't matter what the situation is, but somebody's gonna be with somebody. So, but yeah, just be aware of your surroundings. Just be, you know, aware of what's going on, even if you are drinking. Because
But
trust, I
that's why
drink
I
when
don't
I'm in the
drink.
club.
I don't
No,
drink.
I have to
That's why
drink
I don't drink.
to be around the girls. I'm gonna drink, but I'm still gonna be aware of what's going on um, when I'm at the club. So it may not look like it, bitch. I could be, hey, bitch, like all of the things, but I'm still looking around like, oh, okay, which girls is where and what's going on and who's who and all of the things. You just have to be aware. So it's just my advice. But yeah, because had I
Hmm.
like something like that, that's why I was asking. I was like, were you by
Tyler,
yourself
please don't
or
break
what
away
was
from
going on,
me.
or did your friends think that you were dancing? Because if I think that you're dancing, even and I had a situation like that with one of my sisters at a sex party years ago. She kept telling dude to get off of her, and he was still, doing what he wanted to do. And bitch, now I'm in mode like I done lifted my leg, bitch. I'm about to kick you in your forehead. She said what she said, and I'm like, okay, but it turned into, okay, it turned into something else. But I was like, okay, nah, bitch, you need to get up. We're not playing this whole pin me down. Not, nah, we're not doing all of that. Like that's why you need a bitch that really just have your back, and that's gonna be aware when you're in a situation that you need to get out of. Because everybody that says they're your friend is not your friend. They're not here for you. They're not gonna have your back.
Right.
You can't call everybody your friend. And my mom told me that a long time ago. Everybody that everyone is not your friend. Them same people that
Absolutely.
you knew in school and knew back when, you're not gonna know them 20 years from now.
Absolutely.
So you just have to be aware of who's in your corner for you, who has your back. If something happens, who's gonna be there to get you out of it or get you through it.
So, with that being said, final thoughts and comments, Bambi.
Chad, I just said what I had to say, honey. I'm glad y'all shared y'all stories. Um, like I said, I didn't know this was a personal topic for anyone on the panel, actually. Um, but I'm glad y'all shared your stories. I'm glad that, you let us in, gave us little pieces of y'all. Um, and I'm glad that we now know and understand another layer to you all, why certain things, you may not like or trigger, or why you have a wall, up. Um, but I pray and hope that you all get through that if you all need somebody to talk to or anything. She's always here for you guys.
Ho, I'm the only one that got your phone number.
That's
Right,
fine, girl. You know,
cool.
we can start a little stream, y'all, girl. Talk backstage, girl. It's no tea. But you know,
I hate this out.
no shade. I am. And, you know, if somebody needs somebody to talk to, I'm always here. You know, but it is what it is.
All right, ho,
That's why
hold
we be
on.
backstage for 5 hours.
No, that's why y'all
Right.
be backstage 5 hours. You know, I be out. But hold on one second,
After
Jazz.
3 hours, girl, you better
Period.
go.
Hold on
Okay.
one second.
She is
All
like she
right.
gonna be there for 2 hours.
Silence. Final thoughts.
Um, Thank you to Jasmine for telling her story. Even though I was crying, sure, which you know I don't like doing, but I had to get it out. Um, so this was very triggering, as you can see. Hopefully, you guys enjoyed this conversation. This is a real topic that we need to talk about more, in not even just the LGBT community, but the community at large. Period. We need to believe people and not try to invalidate their experiences. We just listen and shut up and let people get things out. So hopefully you guys learned something from that. And I'll see you guys next time.
All righty then. Hold on for 1 second, love. One and only Lily. Any final thoughts, comments?
Thank you all for coming. Um, I know it's a heavy night, but I do hope everyone learned something. Thank you to Zylan and Jasmine for sharing your stories. Truly, it has been inspiring and healing for a lot of people, or at least to start that healing. Um, so, yeah, thank you all for coming. Hope to see you again soon. And yeah,
All right, hold on just 1 second. Well, y'all, I done got on here and done ran half my makeup off and everything, but you know, it is what it is. I hope by sharing a piece of me, you understand, you can understand that it's okay to say no. And when a person say no to whatever the situation is, no means no. Um, and I hope I shedding a light onto that we're all not just sexual deviants. That we should not just be classified sexual deviants because we're gay. Hell, think about it. My first time wasn't even something that I wanted. My first time was forced upon me. So if that's not a cliche of being a sexual deviant, I don't understand what is. I didn't want it. I didn't ask for it. It's not even what I was looking for, but it's what I got. It was dealt in my hands. I've learned to live from it. I've learned to be who I am. So, in the words of legacy, excuse me, I was saying legacy, I don't know why, but legacy. So, when you look at my face, you got to know that I'm made. You know, I've been through several fires, I've been through several storms. I've made it out on top. I've done good so far. You know, and there's no one in the world that's going to ever love you like you're going to love yourself. So, with that being said, if you have those strong friends, please make sure you check on them. Because some of us strong friends need people to check on us too. We often walk around with the weight on our shoulders, the weight of the world on our shoulders, other people's problems, and don't even know where, when, or why, or how we're able to go through. But we're able to go through, especially us middle kids. As middle kids, a lot of time it's the glue that's holding the family together. A lot of us go through different things and don't know how we made it through. But if you listen to that little voice inside that says, I got you, I got you. So if you say you love someone, you're truly friends with someone, you truly want to see that person thrive and be something, a simple hello will do. So instead of social medializing it, instead of Facebooking it, instead of YouTubing it. If you got the direct number, hit them up. Hey, how you doing? Grand Rising. Thinking of you, King. Thinking of you, Queen. I hope you had a wonderful day today. Something simple as that can change a person's whole perspective of who they are. Um, again, I'm gonna go real proper like I was in school. Again, I hope you got something out of it. I hope, and my wish and my prayer is that you find inner peace and inner love within self. Because nobody can get you that but you. You have to put into the work, you have to put in the understanding, and you have to be willing to change. Special shouts out to all of the panelists that came out tonight. The one and only Lily, Cousin Faith, Zalent the Artist, Tasha the Gemini, my one and only knee baby, aka Kicking It with Lyric Official. Um, Special shouts out to Royalty King Forever, the Bam, Jatari. I don't know why he said changed his name to JM, and after I don't actually learn how to damn pronounce his damn name, I don't understand it. After all these years, like we done been together that long. Jatari, look back at it, Leslie. Nivea came through. Coco D with the T. Breezy Bree. I am Eugene. I thank each and every one of y'all for coming in and sharing a part of my story. If you missed this, hey y'all, you can catch the replay. It won't hurt my feelings at all. I hope that everyone got something out of it. Um, oh, somebody told you, okay, that's cool. But I greatly appreciate you coming through. And until Sunday, I think we're having a show on Sunday. Until Sunday night. And then y'all hit me up and let me know if y'all want a show in a members area. I haven't been in a members area with y'all for a while, so y'all let me know. Um, Maybe we'll go up in there. We'll discuss some of your questions that you may wanted to ask me tonight that we didn't get an opportunity to. So maybe we'll do a part 2 just in a members area, so the members can hit me up and let me know what they want to do. Until then, God only made one you. If you are not you, who the hell else can you be? Until then, y'all, there is always beauty in the scars. And to all my birthday peoples, let me go ahead and knock y'all out right quick. Because I don't want y'all to think I ever forgot about y'all, because I didn't forget about y'all. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy birthday. Happy I want to leave y'all on that note. We, as Black people, as people of color, all those kind of good things, we can take a simple birthday song and turn it into what? The gospel. So until then, y'all, love each and every one of y'all. Nivea, let me know, girl, what we're going to talk about. We'll have a night, and you're going to have to come on there, and you're going to have to talk with me. But until then, just know that I love you. And God only made one you. If you're not you, who the hell else can you be? Until next time, peace, love, and hair grease.
Tell me pretty lies.